from Sunyani and all that. Look, we are trying to do our best. As we speak, we have reduced the number of assistants and presidential staffers from about 1,000 to, let's say, 400. Also, we have curtailed the external travel, outside travel, by 50%. From now on, President will only travel to places of very, 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 very utmost importance. That is, things like that. Now, because we are not in a proper situation, in not a proper country, and Akufo Addo and Fanaho, let's go and listen to another man, Mr. or ASP Franklin Nate. Franklin Nate is retired police officer. So, Franklin, also, who is saying?
Good morning, President. Nana Addo Danquah Akufo Addo. I'm paying me bano boko. Within the ASP retired Franklin Nate. Mesun Ghana ewo police mu 24 plus years. Na me gratuity Mansa kano milito bond 2 years. Aka 1 year this year, September. Aye 2023. Na mi bond no amateur. Wu adwina wo di ba ye say wakoboka ana wa bugana abofom enti me bra ma bre sika medi to bond no commercial bank no onfa mame we enye am robber ene ebe chimedi me sika o oman panyi a ya to abama no se onhwe yeso emra wo fru plane 18,000 pounds an hour. Nkrofo kachreo. Wante. Emra wofa so many ministers se omunu na onye omu betumi aye juma. Nkrofo kachreo. Wante. Ene your incompetence inti me bre amabre. Me disika yedi tua me ka say gratuity. Me fa hwe me ho so no. Usi wafa. This is 2033. Se mi manu na opese omumbe jisika na me na no mo a menim. President, woni diemu Israel. Unua na ni bank edi enim eji loans no. Mfaso a wanya no misrew mano fa nsa mfaso no ekutu yesika no mesika no mfa mame nanado utrimu yedin papa obi a maye juma Ghana mra kire se 24 years plus no yentu ameka as a retired officer no usi untu ameka me nya 60 years ye Nanado, Minister, have you been a civil servant in Ghana before?
Okay, Mr. Franklin Nate, you are asking question. You are asking Nanado if he's been a civil servant in Ghana before. I'm sure the answer will be a big fat no. But no, you back dachi. Nanado, me say in any proper country, this man, I don't know. But I've just received another message. And if you read the letter or the document, you are going to be very, very worried or sorry for Ghana. Because apparently the school placement, you see, this sort of thing, sometimes Ghanaians, the journalists back at home will not, look at this thing. They won't talk about it so much. I remember Kevin Taylor, of all people, raised this issue some long time ago, and no one gave a damn. You see, now we have received this thing again. It said, Ministry of Education not, or say, find here a letter establishing a committee to investigate allegations of corruption in school placement in 2022. The question is, why has the Minister for Education not made public the committee report? Has anyone been held accountable? We demand that report made public. I have the report in front of me, but let me try and see if I can get one of the proponents of these matters. A gentleman by name Mr. Clement Apak. Let's see if we can get him to say one or two. Hello.
Hello.
Mr. Clement Apak, good evening.
Hello.
Yes, good evening.
Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hello.
Can you hear me? So why? Yeah. Okay, I'll use this and see. Yeah, so let's try and see if we can get Clement Apak to explain this particular. Hello, Clement, good evening.
Yes, good evening.
Mansa Musa here. I know you are very busy doing other things, and I'm going to be very quick. I just received a piece of note about this school placement. Apparently, there was a committee or investigation set up to, a committee to investigate some corruption within the school placement sort of scheme. What exactly do you know about this, if you can explain?
Well, I am aware of complaints from parents and other members of Ghanaian society that the awards who qualify for placements in some schools considered to be grade A usually do not get those placements. Some of them indicated that those parents who have the ability to pay are able to pay anywhere between 5 and 20,000 Ghana cedis to get the awards placed in grade A and grade B schools. Although last year this issue came up, and some of us had made a request for the security agencies to investigate. Later on, we heard that the then Director General of the Ghana Education Service had written to security agencies to investigate, but we didn't hear any action from the security agencies after that. So this year, the Fourth Estate, which is an institution started by investigative journalist Manasa Azure, produced an expose where it became clear that indeed school placements were being sold to the highest bidders. So when that expose came public, we were having a conversation yesterday on Joy FM PM Express, and that was where it came to bear for the first time that in fact an internal committee has been set up to investigate the allegations of corruption into the school placement system in 2022. But interestingly, neither the Minister for Education or the PRO for the Ministry of Education told us or the public, even when we were having the conversation around the expose that was made by Manasseh, that a committee had been set up and that a report had been produced. So on the basis of the letter that has now come public, we are demanding that the Minister for Education should make the report of the committee public. We want to know what the recommendations are and who has been held duly accountable. But let's face it, what is that the computerized placement system, which is supposed to ensure equity and fairness in the placement of students in senior high schools based on merit, has been defiled. It has been raped. It has been made nonsense. It is now statements available to the ones of parents who have the ability to pay, and that is most unfortunate.
I see. So I was going to ask, I was going to say that maybe the investigation is not complete or they haven't finished their work. But then if it's finished, where has the report been taken to? I mean, the result of that investigation. Who actually receives it?
Well, and that is why we are demanding that the report should be made public. We are demanding that the Minister for Education should speak to this issue. As the Deputy Ranking Member on Parliament's Committee on Education, I can tell you that my committee has summoned the Minister for Education to appear before the committee on Thursday, this Thursday, to answer questions with regard to this investigation and what action has been taken. We will also be demanding a full copy of the report for consequential action. Because from what we know, the only two people who have unfettered access, who have the password to be able to place or displace a student in grade 8 school is the Director General of the Ghana Education Service and the Minister for Education. So therefore, if we now have evidence that placements are being sold to the highest bidder, it is clear that one of the two or both of them must be held duly accountable.
So it is rather overwhelming considering the number of issues. Almost every sector, every department, every ministry, every activity, there is some sort of corruption or suspicion of corruption going on. In the end, maybe Ghanaians are really, like I said, overwhelmed. We are all tired. Maybe we should just leave them alone. What do you say to this sort of apathy?
Well, I disagree. In the president himself, in his inaugural speech, although plagiarized from the U.S. President, called us to be citizens and not spectators. Remember that the president himself ran on a promise to fight corruption. But unfortunately, if you look at his tenure, not only has corruption become a social intervention policy under the Akufo Addo, Bawumia-led NPP government, but it has not become so pervasive in every facet of Ghanaian society, in every institution in Ghana. Corruption has now become the status quo. And not give up. Yes, we know that he is the mother serpent of corruption, as amply described by my own cousin and uncle, Martin Amidu. But we cannot give up. We must continue to speak about what is going on that is wrong in our society. We must continue to expose the rot, the corruption, the malfeasance, the suffering of public resources. That is our responsibility as citizens, and we should never get tired of exposing bad governance as far as the Republic is concerned.
So basically, if this allegation about school placement is found to be true, what happens to the? I mean, it sounds a silly question, but what happens to those found to be involved in this malfeasance or corruption? To speak this.
Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes. What happens to who?
What happens to those who will be found to be, involved in such malpractices?
Well, I can tell you that earlier today, I've been a police service by the Fourth Estate and Manasseh Azure. But our argument continues to be they are merely conduits and agents of persons in higher up. So although these arrests are made, we are demanding that we see the full report. We are demanding for further investigation because, as I indicated earlier, a cleaner, a cook, a shoe shine boy cannot have access to the CSSPS system. They don't have the passwords to be able to place students in grade A schools. So we must find out those who entered the system and made those placements. And as I said earlier, it is one of two persons or both, either the Minister for Education or the Director General of the Ghana Education Service, or both of them. So this matter must occupy the attention of the entire Ghanaian society.
So in this case, it means children or kids that are supposed to, I mean, they should be posted on merit. For instance, grade A school, like you are saying, if you are somebody who has got all the A's, or let's say the higher marks, then you go to grade A. Then somebody like Mansa Musa, you get the lower marks, you go to grade B. Now, if my parents can pay, then I would rather be taken to grade A. But still, the system must be able to filter it out. I mean, you can't just go and straight away you are taken in. There should be entrance exams or something to prove that, some foolproof method to weed out, such malfeasance. What do you think of that?
Well, that is what the CSSPS computerized system is supposed to do. It was introduced to take away the human element and to allow for equity and fairness, and to allow for students to be placed in their schools of choice. It's based on merit. But what is happening with what has been uncovered is that actually this has now become a conduit for profiteering.
Yes.
Where students who don't qualify to go to grade A schools are placed in grade A schools because they can pay 20,000, their parents can pay 25,000, their parents can pay 10,000, to the detriment of people who come from less endowed backgrounds and families. So it is not that the system is not working. It is because those who are supposed to ensure that the right thing is done are choosing to do the wrong thing by interfering with an otherwise well-designed system, just because of greed and the quest to make money at all to the detriment of Ghanaian society.
As we know, in all rules or all laws across the globe, the giver of the bribe and the taker are both, how should I say, they are both wrong, or they can be prosecuted. So when it happens, if it comes out that some people should be put on trial, is this going to include parents of the children or the parents who paid monies?
Well, that will be difficult to tell because, the security agencies will have to do their investigation. And I think that in situations like this, where we are probably trying to track the business, even in the case of these 8 persons who have been arrested, as I told you, one of them is a cleaner, the other one is a shoe repairer, and I'm told there's another one who is a cook. I think that, like it is done in the U.S. and other places, the security agencies can probably offer them some immunity in return for them to testify against the bigger fishes who are there in the higher ups and who are using them to perpetrate evil. I would think that would be the same thing that can be extended to parents as well, so that we can catch the fishes using the smaller fishes. I think that would serve us well.
You said you are a member of the Select Committee on Education. Is that did I get you right?
Yes, I am the deputy ranking member on the Select Committee on Education.
Okay. Let me ask you, the education system, I mean, our education as it is, it's not only problems with the second cycle, but higher education. Not long ago, we heard about student lawyers. I mean, people who want to study law students who somehow been pushed into the system without much of qualification, and that one too has just ended like that. Nothing has come out of it. What are you guys doing to make sure you bring everything every transparent information to the public? And also, what are the other issues in our education in general?
Well, if we are going to speak about the challenges facing Ghana's education, this is going to be a week-long conversation because it begins from the basic level where the public education system is collapsing as a result of government's refusal to properly finance basic education. As we are speaking now, government owes basic schools capitation grants in excess of 2 years. Funding for special needs has been cut. We know that there are too many schools and we know that headmasters cannot get funding to buy chalk. Many schools have no furniture. The school buildings are dilapidated. That is only at the basic level. Tertiary level, colleges of education, the students are not receiving their allowances. The quota system has been reintroduced. A lot of students who should be in education cannot find spaces. Their allowances are not being remitted regularly. Free Wi-Fi that is supposed to be available to them is not available. When it comes to our universities don't have adequate educational or residential infrastructure. Few lecturers teaching a lot of students. You have very big classroom sizes. You have labs which have obsolete equipment. Common laptop computers and projectors are not easily available for lecturers to teach students. And of course, you mentioned the issue of legal education, where there are challenges with entrance exams. So the issues around Ghana's educational system cannot be discussed even today.
Right. So, I know you are busy. Let me ask you something which is different, but which affects education as well, and that is the economy. Recently, we heard from the Auditor General. His report is rather damning. I mean, well, there's no surprises there because previously, I think a year or two ago, we had the same thing. Billions and billions of money cannot be accounted for. Then yesterday we got the news. Our debt to GDP ratio? Debt to GDP ratio is 93.5% and going. This excluding ESLA and so many things. Why do you think Nana Addo is not taking this economic or financial issue seriously? I from where I sit, think he's not taking it serious enough. What do you think?
Well, you are right. And there's a reason why he is not taking it seriously. Because he has run the classic family and friends government. So you see that he has put his kinsmen and women at almost every strategic ministry as well as every strategic state and public institution. I mean, how is it possible that today we know that contrary to what they were trying to tell us, that it was COVID-19 that resulted in the current economic challenges that we have. We now know from the audit report on COVID expenditure that in fact, COVID-19 brought this government additional 10 billion Ghana cedis, and we don't know what they use it for. We look at the report and the kinds of things that they spent our monies on is most shocking. Clear, create, loot, and share of public resources. As you have said, this is the first time in the history of the Republic where we have our debt to GDP ratio above 90%. Also remember that our cedi is one of the weakest currencies in the world. The cost of living in Ghana is unbearable. The cost of fuel in Ghana is unbearable. And yet, Akufo Addo has chosen to keep his cousin, Oforiatta, as finance minister. As we are speaking, for the first time in the history of Kwame Nkrumah's Ghana, we have defaulted in our debt payment. The whole world has now classified our economy as a junk economy. And yet, Akufo Addo doesn't seem to care. And he doesn't care because, as Martin Amidu has described him, he himself is the mother serpent of corruption.
So, I'm completely overwhelmed. So, as it is, with all these monies, nobody knowing where the monies are, he not making any comments, and Ghanaians being asked to pay more or forfeit their interest or their savings, their pensions, whatever it is. Why is the country, I don't want to say it's still peaceful, but why is the country quiet? I don't get it.
Well, that's $1 million question. I have always asked myself that. And John Dramani Mama were in power. Ghanaians and a lot of civil society groups were formed and were protesting for challenges much less than what we are seeing. And so to think that for the first time, Ghana has recorded inflation in excess of 50%. This is the weakest our currency has ever been. We just indicated that our debt to GDP ratio is over 90%. At the same time, we are looking at debt restructuring, where people are losing their savings, people cannot even benefit from their bonds, pensioners are being asked to sacrifice. And we continue to see the opulent lifestyle, the dissipation of public resources, and yet the population is as quiet as it is. I simply cannot understand why that is the case. Your guess is as good as mine.
Yesterday, I played a clip of a young woman. This woman, young enough to be my daughter, and she spoke passionately. I mean, her was almost crying in the video clip, complaining about the high rent prices. I mean, the cost of rent in Accra especially is so high that this woman, completely doesn't know what to do next. When you think of the fact that nobody will say Seglemi housing would have solved all the housing or accommodation problems, but if we had about 1,000 teachers or soldiers or other ranks, or let's say doctors or nurses moved to Seglemi, at least it will create a vacuum, or it will release the pressure on what we call it, accommodation sort of pressures that we have in Accra. Now, when you think that we have Seglemi, which has been left to this is the 7th year, and everything is getting damaged, we hear they are going to sell it very cheap to private investor. You are the people's representative. If somebody say maybe you guys too are not strong enough, you are not showing enough bite, what will you say to that?
Well, I think if anyone were to say that the opposition is not doing its best, I think the person would be unfair. What we need is for the Ghanaian people to complement our effort. This issue of Seglemi that you have raised, we raised it. In fact, it was our side in Parliament on the Committee on Housing that paid a working visit that brought to public what was going on. That was when we became aware that there was a deliberate and orchestrated effort to loot what were the fixtures in those buildings as part of the scheme to then try and sell it to family and friends at a very cheap price. They tried to bring this to Parliament. We resisted. So as we speak now, they have not been able to sell off the Segilme housing project. But because we have very weak and compromised state and public
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, rather, please bear with us. We have problem with the WhatsApp connection, so we've lost Mr. Clement Park, MP. He is a member of Parliament for the NDC side, talking to us from Accra about the education and what has been found out. Apparently, people are paying big sums of money to get their children into best schools.
500.
Let's go and listen to this young lady and her complaint about rent, the high cost of renting or accommodation in Accra. Let's see if we can get this done properly. Okay.
Sesia the Fira Biaji 2 years. I wanted them. What's name? What's name 2 years? We are all 2 years account. Sesia no, sir, dan someone has said per se. Uped single room. Sesia no unkuta 600. Unkuta 500. Unkuta 700, 800. Unya dying. Sesia agent for age 100 CDs for viewing fee, and I say 80 Ghana for viewing fee, just showing you the room. Sesia if you're for beer, the Omodayam agent for Uchia 9,600, also Uchia agent 900, 600, 900 and almost 1,000 CDs. Why? Sesia, you to the end. Why? Like why? What? Like why? Hey, like it's serious. Say.
I tell you, you got to see this particular video clip. You know, when you are listening, you wouldn't feel the pain. You know, when you see the video clip and you look into the eyes of this young lady, that's where you feel the pain, her anger, the anguish. Because she's confused and she's asking why several times. You know, if you can imagine that people will travel all the way across the Sahara to Libya, Egypt, and all those places, young men and women, some swearing that they better die in this barren, dangerous Mediterranean Sea rather than go back to their Accra or Abuja or Freetown or Abidjan. When a young black fellow is saying this, and you are watching the telly, sometimes when I'm alone, then I cringe, then I feel safe. But when I'm watching with others, especially foreigners and whites, it is so embarrassing. It's so bad, just to put it mildly. You see, this young lady I'm looking at, it could be that she's a young professional. Maybe she's a seller, a business. She's trying her best. But if you can imagine that she will have to work all her young adult life just to pay rent, you see that motivation for life is no more there. Now you know why all of us are running away from our villages in Africa to Europe. Now you know why. And the reason is, it's not just simple that, the economic situation is different, and then the economic situation. Look, who makes the economic situations? Who decides the economic situations for us, for we and our people in Africa? If up to now, over 50 years, the minimum I know is about 40 years of independence. Maybe when we talk about South Africa, it's a different kettle of fish. But after 40 years of independence, we still don't have the control over our finances, over our economies. We still have to depend solely on what we call a casino economy. Fesika beji sika, bond market, bond this, lenders. If our people are competing with the leaders are competing with ordinary members of society to have properties in faraway overseas destinations. You see what I mean? Your president, your vice president, their people, their wives, their friends, all of them want to have their properties far away somewhere in Europe, America, and elsewhere. If that is the case, now you see why nothing is done properly for anybody in the country. I'm telling you, if you watch the video clip of this young lady, the anger, the anguish, the agony, even it echoes in her voice. How he's saying, why? Because it's so painful that you think you do a lot of work. You think you work your socks out the whole month, and what you earn is only enough for your rent and transport. And as for food, it's just as little as you can afford. This is no life. This is no life. And this is what our leaders have to think about. Have to focus, sit down and focus. Not that they have everything to eat for free. They travel for free, drink water for free, they bath for free. If they have to boil a kettle of water, it's for free. And so everything else does not matter to them. This is not good. That's why I keep saying the youth of Africa, the Ghanaian youth are not angry enough. Because when you are very angry, you don't fear the sound of the gun again. You don't. People accuse the what do you call it, Ethiopia, the Sudanese, and all those people always marching about, where is it? Is this Sudan? Yes. Where we have the government is now is taken over by the military, and the youth don't want the military anymore. They are marching day in, day out. They are tired. With the anguish, with the agony in this girl's voice, this woman's voice. And she has nobody, absolutely nobody to help. And we are not talking about the token help like, I hear the story and I sent her £100 or I sent her 1,000 cedis. No. I'm talking about proper, sustainable, substantive help. The help that can, sustain a human being. Everybody wants to run away. Everybody, people who have studied a bit, people who are very good with tools, with their hands. They are very skillful. That in a proper country, they can earn a living. They can live a life. Over there in Africa, in Ghana, they all have to run to UK to come and be security, cleaners, and the rest, and the rest, and the rest. Our leaders have disappointed so much. So they have disappointed so much. Still, you see, but in all this, the reason why the youth, especially in Ghana, are so docile, so submissive, is that of, I can find that one, the reason not far away from religion. Because people, the religious people have made it a point to make sure that they will brainwash the youth of Africa. They will brainwash them to believe in nonsense, to believe in absolute nonsense. The nonsense that tells adults that use heavy sums of money to build the church or a house for God. That nonsense is what is destroying our youth. That belief that we have grown-ups, some grown-ups who feel that they are, how do I say, they are very enlightened, and they keep going on about Jesus and Christ and God. Just yesterday, you watch Al Jazeera News, there was a massive explosion in one of the mosques in Pakistan, a suicide bomber. For goodness sake, what sort of God will sit there for people to be blown out in his own house? And we are not even supposed to ask this question. We are not supposed to ask such questions. What sort of God will sit there that people will put a bomb and kill over 100 people in a place of worship? What sort of God is that? And yet people are so, they are so into it. You have churches and priests and reverends and pastors who have become celebrities. They are also celebrities. They are celebrities. So much so, you see politicians trooping to these church houses to go and meet. Recently, I said it yesterday, I repeat it. I've seen Kennedy Japan, Bawumia, and Alanche Martin all gone to see Owusu Bempa. And tiasie bien just say, "Would you want kwasia semuna doso too much?" And kwasia semuna doso aba. Omo Jimmy and Crawford Sama. Just say you can't even question. Who can say question God? Who dare you are going to question God? I'm saying this one of their mosques. Say also Onyame fie. It's Onyame to meet na ho emo bi be kuma mu nipa bebre. Nyame be no no. Omo pop na ne o sorry ya so okwakodi 6 days e wo Congo ene e frɛ ho say Congo ne or the Sudan. And according to statistics, no, Congo has the largest Roman Catholic worshippers in Africa. The largest Roman Catholics in Africa, no, Omugu Congo. And so, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, good people of Ghana, ask me. I want you to tell me, has there ever been peace on that land, Congo and Zaire and all those? Have there ever been peace? No. There's something within the human psyche that we need to correct. We need to find out. It's not about God nonsense. And what and some people get big monies. That's it. The rest go hungry. Until we change that mentality, that sensibility, that mentality. Until we change that attitude, that character. The one that has been told to us that, oh, it's only God. Onyame Bekyere, it's only God. Onyame Bekyere. I don't know when that God is going to chire. I really don't know when obetimi se oba bekyere. You can say anything. You can sue me to God. Sue me. They say they are mature people. They are brainy enough to rule the country. They have already lined up to go and see pastors and reverends and priest people and give them monies, because the monies are not from their toil. Until they are going to dash it to their for for their blessings. These in Penifono I'm talking about, they travel all over the world, they come to Europe and they see that things are not done like that. So why don't you have the love and a good heart for your own people? Say, me for Jimmy Kura, me try say Messi Saomo. No me fit Jimmy anymore. If we had people who are good enough as leaders, our problems will be solved. Our problems will be solved. Since when did the economies became fasika bejisika? Go and you don't have the money, but you think you think something about gold. Gold is smelling somewhere, so even the bauxite is in the ground. But that bauxite is in the ground. We don't know the quantity, or we think we know. So let's go and collect big monies. You collect the big monies. You don't use it profitably, sensibly, something to bring back profit for the people. No. You waste it. Share it amongst yourselves. All this money market and the bond market and the lenders and all this, they were structured or made to serve a purpose. When you go for it to support your economy, but you don't depend on it. We don't depend on it. You only go for it. Use the money to do something better. Just a little bit. Now, every bondo, Ghana is selling bondo. You sell bond. Now, our GDP to your friends, your debt ratio to GDP, no? A 100%. It's going to go. It will go past 100%. And we don't have anybody to blame in the country. Nobody is taking responsibility. Nobody. People have stolen so much. All they are looking for, somebody said, is for maybe some soldiers to do a coup so that they can run away. Because I don't know who can take over, especially from the NDC side, to come and say, we're the father for all again. Why are we like this? I say this lady in this video clip, the way the lady is talking.
Now I'm supposed to pay 9,600, and you are taking the 2 years. You take 1 year and put. Me can't see me engine 6 months in 1 year. Let
me get the audio right. I tell you what, it's sad. It's sad. This is not a young woman who is sitting down swearing and talking rubbish. Because the whole month, all what she is working for, or she's working to pay rent and maybe buy small food and transport. What is that? And we're supposed to have all the minerals, the wealth, the minerals on this planet. We're supposed to have all of it. We cannot use that one to support our economies. And no way, yentumi you so no fan chichiri economy no. Name on bond market for sika beji sika casino club and honey economies. And kwasiafo way show mark Harvard. Foolish people.
Mama in 2 years. Says here the fear be 2 years. I want them. What's name? What's name 2 years? We are 2 years account. Says here, sir, dan someone has a per se. Uped single room. Says here, no puta 600, unkuta 500, unkuta 700, 800. Unya dying. Says here, agent for 100 CDs for viewing fee, and I say 80 Ghana for viewing fee, just showing you the room. Says here, if you're a for beer, the Omodayam agent for Uchia 9,600, also Uchia agent 900, 600, 900 and almost 1,000 cities. Why? Says here, you to the end. Why? Like why? What? Like why? Hey, like it's serious. Sir, Matsna demo 2 years. I'm paying 8,000. Now I'm supposed to pay 9,600. And you're taking the 2 years. You take 1 year and put. Because I see me engine 6 months in 1 year. To see how we hear Juma may fear. Ubabwa no busumi pay high the amount. Say 600 or say 700. You have to eat only small one a pay because a whole month no pay. And see back on one bed. Ume she be you. Ume she be you or my one penny for monka one semi na youth for the year brenna ye kum ye anyhow. A direct in tea ye betting pontino. Ubekoma ye kum. Ubekoma ye kum to youth and tea ye brenna moon. A dancing queen ye. A day. How? Ghana, ye ble papa. A day. And then fear walking in and catch a very me patrol me per diamond, but because of who agent. Agent, viewing fees or do catch them, or bet you 80 cities and now say 100 cities. And then dance so man dying, who could have 600? Oh, nothing room name. Or do 2 years, 600 cities, 2 years. Because of that, into the ultimate dano, or no person or two. Now, or do you for a show on 600, 500. Now, they would turn into a person who 2 years. At the moon come shame my and say youth in the year bread. Yea, and ye bet to a bone, ye ask me to a back. I make your influence in Crawford.
Right. Or see, Yasuna, Etuaba, Yasuna, Betuaba. Like I said before. Next time, walk or Tuaba. And yes, be a canny, and I'm a Urani, and I'm the Gatini, and I'm a Gonjani, and I'm a Buzangani, and I'm a Dagomani. No. Don't go and vote depending on your tribe, your language, or anything like that sort. Engage your head. Think carefully. Think carefully. Think about people who will look at you and just tell you that when you vote for them, they are going to pay your rents. And today you are paying 3, 4, 5 times more. Think about it. Think about it. Let me go and take a message from the Mr. Dr. Joe Owusu Agyemang camp. Quickly, then we come and continue. Where is Mr. Joe's accounts? The music, I think it's missing. I can't find it anywhere. One find Dr. Joe Owusu Agyemang the music, you know. Naka down on my level better. Ayira kakra. And you know, I will see my able producer to sort that one out for me as fast as I can. Before we go there, though, let me see. I think King Edward has joined me. King Edward are joining me. Hello, King Edward. Hello.
Hello, Mansa Musa.
King Edward, good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, I had your book. What now?
Minsman Amboko, Mimamuni Ajma.
You, Mijeso.
All right. Matthew from the beginning. Emianu Minua, Omakasa, and audio. Ya utabo concerning or more bond in the honor. But they are rehosam. They are rehosam pa anti Michema Jins Abino Nanyan TS or Mutu Animal Popro or Munyan Yom Betumi.
Isa sasa bi abusa bi nya do ntanyi si se wanya bibia mo ase a inya nsa emono krono nti ho no de no me school seminar computer placement na we see a basic seminar. Yeah, Mansa
Ghana vote you.
That's right. Hey, computer placement, Homo share and year because son and a from NDC time. Couple say President Akufo Addo na onye ni swadi hunu. Eno na nam so emrebia na ya na NPP 40 minya kukudro ka se eba social intervention dia NDC for womo me womo kwambia so no President Akufo ni swadi hunu enema computer placement no ebae se enye sa anka free NDC late Fifi Evans Atamels and John Mama 8 years before, okay, sorry about that, before President Akufo no na during PNDC Jelly John Rawlings 92 to 2000 no na sa na nanka yeye no abofra be wie school so be ko secondary school na no chisi eto fie adwapade ansa na etimi anya admission kra ma no even though okoyen sohwe no a o choose first second and third choice na so no modern money nyina achi no this ko tue sika ansa na when admission ansa na wasa ko tue sika for the school fees and then a prospectus me ade. Nanso President Akufo Addo romanti and a computer placement in baya ebe yi saadi ni free ho ya na Akufo Addo romanso o de baya o de free SHS me ya ebinum kind of free education and yet free education because apart from say secondary school for no money free no other anasa and twice why tertiary no omunya free into any free education but rather na free SHS ya o de ba ya say no mobro afo nyina no timinya kwanya e de ko Prempe College de ko Achimota ene opokuare ne ne kike ka ho yi enti kane no de no dada no NPP aban adaroma akoba se President Akufo ani suade hunu wabe yi saade na free ho no sabre no e wo se aban e wo so no nso hwe se ensan ko dada no mu bie wo because sabre no ana montuo no ena na ema abatan awofo ani ahwefo eho kire wo mo a ne eton fie adwapade obatan bi kura no timiton na daka mu niema na gudie no de ko ne basku sabre ne yetwa mo nti saa ne a ACCC no omo hwe se ombetimi putu mechanism a ebe yi saa ne ma na free ho hono kakra mekano no na Mansa Musa nansen matuse former president John Mama kikan sembi wade baha mahunu social media NDC for the kushia no okra mi hu se na utwam baabi ya mi hu ne Owusu Agyemang mo minim anim no na minim baabi okoka asasem we na mi amintim firi masum na wo de wota follow no e bia na wate sese wo se old age for no nfie duoso kro no omo nimdie no ne omo hakeka no for form nti se ba man osem a ma yen rely on them na yen formu ni amayon semonim no kra se waka mi bisa mo ate
me have been telling the first time teacher chemu me here.
oh okay any dia se won che dia me so matia na dia me ka na medi nka kan se maintain no no but no martin or social media na se te sam pa dia any NDC for omo how ni se ni edi kan na Jeno Poku Agyemang besa be running mate no mo nto madwunum the former president Dramani Mahama na Poku Agyemang they say obu mfie de oso nti omo eda omo na on sa me ne running mate ni di nkaro no afi ni apasu mienu se no kwanse so akasa de a ene na me ya I mean, as you should be saying, no angasa former president Mahama no or ye you know if we are grown. It's as they say no 64 years. He was born on 29th November 1958. Or 54, 64, 64. Enko do say ye betwa bano. Na on 66. Se ne da ya so no bemu a eno de mimi hu se tofia kwa entimi memu no a na sempo ekoba se ebemu a obetena konya no so no 67 entini 4 years a aka wa sitinchina wo bedie no se ye de manu a obefra konya no so no na oko 71 into okroku sister okroku 70 ni 1 year na wode be se wo call ne pen there ne term na wie ye no wo benya dwempa bi e de ebu ma no ana based on nasem a wo kan set saade a so 74 no kro no wo mo no nim die no se minim se Dr Kwabena Dufonti na okeka san sem no minim ntina na mi bi so
but what can minim no be 15 times.
Very good, but baby, Mathieu free no. It means authentic information. Yes, anka sa information and massa platform also. And tina mi bisa one. So the outer dinner chintine be anawate. Minimum say one te dia. Na me rely on information Martin or baby. Minimum say sa platform also a authentic. They don't speak in a vacuum. Omon kasakeke. Enti set sad here. Any name yes to say former president John Dramani Mahama Nangazano. Or ye you know every contest no because Kwame Dramani. Now, last but not the least. Yes. Koku anyi do ho mi say maybe I tell you na nka come up na nse what nka
me tai tini kaka o kasa
se ya mo aso kwa ne nsem ana se mo ni nko no so me nka ne sa se what artist o kasa de mo ni nko no so me ka se ntina me ka se wa no opadima no wa interview no o platform bebre ana stations do a wa yedwuma yeah, which me said yeah, matter to say radio musansan kromano. The title say ota no. Yeah, morning kono so na friend no. Na okay can send be one and say okasa ti. Na me se mo kanon so mo dro. Nti ya senia utietie omo sika kodi bond mu ne omo pe da haya da no boa ye dia mo a middle man be mu no. Ya moni kwaku ani do ho so nsanso ono nso na nse o kan sempa and woni se kwaku ani do ho de e ba NDC a kwaku ani do ho NDC mu obi a mede ne betoto no ho ye Kofi Addo because sa two parties you know one more NDC mu as NDC members but one ni ekuni ni ani tina e wo NDC mu e na anantie ya enunti se omo kan sembia na me fem akanfo akasa bia o kan se bia bru se bia nya do a se bomochichi efiri ase beka cho se denchema wi a yanyi na chinye isan se ono na nini eba no ne se ba no nti semu akwaku yanyi do honso kan na nse no se wati bi a meso se mo ni nko so na se de wo padi ma no na ono nso NDC wo ye anase wo dimu akotene no ne nsem no nso bi no ya fatutu nsani ani ne ehwe se ne ekoso NDC mu no ne yie mu ana ne sayi mu a kakra ameka no manze musa
yo meni ko
matiti obi pre enti medu
Edward mi da si bebre Edward ye ai na hono ni ukasa anti Adam yanko.
Yes, Mansa Busa, good evening. Michelle Nina. Kid Edward, me person Busa asemo. In some bebrebe ekwoso Ghana wa. Ghana debt to GDP edu baby edu ini. And some ekwoso nyina wontimi nka ho bibia se. Jam so bebo so ambo. I don't know how. Me what problem papa some business didn't hard into and some baby akoso na nado the all year to be why ya attend a crown upside down and promises I can say oh yeah you know what's that is want to be this week I don't want to be can once them
Can I do it?
What to menga
isn't it? I think I'm in a
yeah, okay. I mean, Samisha, see, Nutia, Unsamisha, free, and Nianuma, Polisimaya, or de Nisika Koto Bond. Yen near Bia, or also, or Barnman, or Neha, na Nigeti Kakra, Unia, or Dia Koto Bonda, she say, no more Codins and Semeno. And what I'm free. Mr. Free Hono and Sana Medeba ABC free SHS. One more fa a Kwambone so Sebua Quine Edige parents and guardians Esika Makahwasem. And one Sana me BC as Samoa Mate Afa former President John Mama. Me free ho and may draw Mansa Musa attention about NDC Chuchomucho Koku and Nido Honso Ninsa Moka. Inti Masama Meka, specifically, and yet John Dramani Mama Nkwa, former president of Sabaho. Name Samoa, and I'm a commentator here.
Yeah, but then. Never a customer and another promises, baby, but I promise Ghana. Not a car, one bug or bought a good Ghana, chronoso. What's that? 10 years, say, and another never go, another year. Oh, disappointing, would you? I'm disappointed, Mom, kind of clearly.
On this question, who be said here? May you manual chairman semita long time ago. Say, oh, but I mean, no, oh, want to be on.
Man, sister, who can be cried.
Okay,
I saw that's what so now, or say chrono. Promises so make it now to be fulfilled back. Some that one won't come as an before NDC. Some Mahama say Mahama not so. Mahama some the air come by this time. Can you crona to tear upon some I said the crony roads in now say I if you are not good, say one district, one factory. Or big factory, no signboard that was soon. Credit aye. And then Sika pensioners Sika and another sample of Fedi.
Maka was
not so IMF that the other IMF you will be our bone. na no kwa IMF won't be back and Chinese and another one pants in our IMF. Mo ba ya mo se mo IMF ni dey different. Ahu, ni aya kwaso no. Me pese nka mo a mo kasa wiye dede no nka mo ba. Me pese yetse mo nka se mo ka bi express or sam kuo can you for at the busiani when I'm can say Mahama I have friends and family government motion ni padodo the background or the tourism or the neighbor ni oya no muntimi kan wasem say friends and family na mo kan ya no na do oya no double oya no ono na oya ne kase pa can you for at say kuo no or the or broke a guya ho or say chrono or the oil bankrupt so still want to be kawasem. Why did they be a mobile? No more cat as a floor. No Mahamon, Uja Mahaman to one on your no more Addo. Chrono. Yes. Yes.
Many other say.
Oh, man, the man in court. I signed it almost here.
Can Edward?
And I do who supporting the day money by you. I best say to only for man, see the outcome. What's the day?
Dr. Joe Owusu Agyemang.
Yes, I did.
Old trim, and or tea say more cancer be no or see or person no to be.
Me pa cho manimbra.
Minia. Minia Canadian don't. MPP for no. I am not a quay say. Na minia want to say, Mamma Chow Cransa. I am not a quay say. Oh, Madria must say, Muku school, really boo school down in Guye, and a sheep book we are singing. What I say, share, Minoka said nay. And somewhere cigar na pie or not. Obabeka Jena Nasem. Jinana, swati wiche mu, swati wanya. Enchim nanyo mo no moko party. As a quadi over be dimapo hede. Aya mon kan pipi asem baby enkoyie no. Mon kan kire mo president. Mon kan kire na munya de he me no kasa nei sesi e. Court agi obi passport. Si amani ntu kwai. Ade a okodi sika tititi sika ayi northern FN saying Belt Authority, Development Authority. Sika yes 5.7 million. Wako for you will be signature. Edi akwa any 10 point something million. Omuko tire letter koma mami framework apari o se nya na asemo. Ama lawyer we Martin pebu. Wadi akọ special prosecutor ama waso mu se twe ama ya gene passport se yema ni ntu kwai. Ko odwane waso ko he no yare. Asem ne ba ye no yen kan won ko he no he en samwa ne bone am adi wo Ghana no se na me won akora se mutimi nya no e ba radio so menu Canadian now maame no so ye hwan na ND for jom ba MPP for fam ho ban why am ni mu fi asem atamos na kan o ti di u fi asem kakra de bia obegina wo kan na hwan na wo ni na mo ya wani abru ho anwumre menu Canadian. Enti ade na wonka saa corruption ekoso wo Ghana no wonka bi oba wo so ye sympathizer edume bi ya wo so ye member edume bi so wo so te wo ye neutral Canadian ye hu bebe ye wo na ye ni bebe ya wo na me ka kire wo ne se edem asema wo ka no e trodo enchim na omo yo mo party no enso kwa mo mfa mo black and wo mo ye yellow no mo de call omo call party mo mfa mo black and white and you said the undertakers no more be say a party Massima make a one.
Right. Can I do it?
Hello, Mansa.
I said I'll be young. Me
about I also I Demakasa, my piece Dr. Joe Owusu Agyemang, so it's me now. So I can't say we mean no na. Yeah. Okay. Doctor, me mamoni kaza.
Mini amejoso.
Ni okay na me nyi chinyi. Mansa musa me dance ni. Yeah, me medinka kase na nado when live up to expectation. When me ya me dema when edem. Enti goodwill na me any Ghana for do no ya o ma na nado no.
when live up to expectation. Mansa Musa and dancing ni as my making my kind of time and again. However, say mo contest NDC mo bakwa mo passe mo DJ Emba John Dramani Mama former president Eba na mo bagi to me no free NPP for one semono. Mono na na do contest biao. And your MPP and a money one contest. Now do 8 years, you know, I can't barely less than 2 years. No, we come to say society. And the MPP party, no, na money one contest. And then another. And mind you, said the same MPP party, no, and no a war President Akufo Addo obebu o manwa ene NDC for a community samo mutimere fair President Akufo Addo edi campoano. And here are the case there is going to be a neutral flag bearer. Yeah, on the omobu o manu bi da and obi enu said na memu otie. Lemon John Dramani Mama dear was baby vice president almost 8 years. 7 years, 5 months, 2 weeks, and we are vice president. Wabaya president, 4 years, 6 months, 2 weeks as president. And the Ghana for him the good and the bad, including the ugly. Yenimia Domama Bekinia, Yenimia Waya, a year. Obia Gasa Domama Nedia. Yenimia Domama, a year. And Yenimia, and your no Casa Crossing. But near all the MPP Moaba as flag bearer, no, or maybe a man of that, and my young who said the anonymity. And then to send this signal at the mamo as a warning, say. And your contest, money Akufo Addo abaya say you know, akatia si suano na your contest o. But rather than money MPP, abaya no, MPP party no, and your contest. Now, as long as they can anymore, Mansa Musa me dancing. We shall see if we. Police in here.
That man in corner, yes, a puppy no catch them.
Doctor.
Bye bye.
Canadian.
May I see every police in here? I could be more. Yenia, or Behozo, which Hams and also Holland. Me bond, I could be more Mansa Musa boy. Mansa Musa or be a walk up at dying, a buyer be a walk up dying, any dear dance some could do a favor can somewhere far. Of friends say computer placement and a binum a dia kata session project mechanic na and no answer na me besi to say Martin said John Dramani Mama former president say you know one more deal fear the so there almost relevant. However, on no John Dramani Mama former president you know say so our 64 years. It was like he was born in 29th November 1958. And he had that yeah, the day of solo, I was to say, maybe a abomination. At that time, I don't know, because 67. 24 years, I don't know. So, to me, no crack, before to 71, into 79. That's the point I'm trying to make.
Canadian, hey, your friend is saying, also a chance to you. Oh, I'm in the group. I don't know me who's there, and also now we do your mama today. What did you understand over the weekend? Yeah. Oh,
Kasama o party a yana bin se bia o John Mahama no yin ndwuma waye ene no asem ne kan what we are talking about, Mr. Mansa, Canadian, Mr. Na. As my customs winning, but Oba Air or the John Mahama, Mansa, 2022 Auditor General report, Mr. Canadian, but for pen. Natural, some Baba Kenya, for pen and paper, natural. So
I also a
in the MPP, I didn't say,
doctor, but maybe I know, Mikasano as a bonnet in a cacra.
Also, Auntie, Madam, you can name a thing. So to make
thank you.
Thank you. Much I make and say,
1 second. Mommy, because
Hey, can you do that? Some about
26, 17, 98.
Mansa.
1 year.
Loans.
Right. Loans, hold on. Why?
That's what you see.
Also, I try
And I make a
yeah, me that's it. So we'll see 2024 election it's not about idea Akufo Addo name of MPP party and then watch him second the winning Ghana politics. Why yeah man before. TSM me da ho. Jay Ghana for COVID yaba. The whole world COVID yaba na Akufo Addo kwaji over $1 billion say or the babe boa ama Ghana economy because of the COVID by you know. It's a lockdown is about 2 weeks or 3 weeks. But scare bang no the patrol can we are sending Auditor General the report 2022 Tibako or say Sikana or Kwaji no or the Korea District Assembly Common Fund and Liability and one or say or side the Korea NAPCO 4th quarter me patrol can be unim send NAPCO or move the 2nd quarter but Chronotino also the Korea 4th quarter according to the Auditor General report but a move good not 2nd quarter or say this kind of Korea leap once I'm can send you to the quality today 1st quarter now say they make a young best show can do
so on looking Edward or patches all this a Akufo Addo fault now more can inform Omunka Sana can Edward the patch.
Canada no three papa na why Bonieti Ghana
abebu number ya say when you dey be koi
why Bonieti Ghana
from 79 ebesi 92 outside be 8 years
Canada anyone else on the account the current situation because all kasa no be aye din tin ya butene ji waso for pen people na tro don't distract us. Me me tietim nyabutre. O de me nkasa nyabutre. Na me checho asemo ya. Because Canadian untie me and me fa phone into so. O de nyabutre ni tie because o kasa me tie o. Me da say. Yes, see a bank be National Development Bank here. If you want to see capitation of National Development Bank, yeah, or patch say COVID is kind of rubber ball, man. Only the could be a bank, a National Development Bank. Meanwhile, bank anyway. Who cares on making Canadian? Who work for no? Any kind of rata, any Bawumia, where head of economic management team, no, almost see. Almost could be a National Development Bank as our bank, it doesn't exist.
Well, so I want Canadian or say, yeah, okay, you know, assume, name Akufo Addo pen why boni Nkafona kan nyina
Mansa me se Canadian me se me cancel be be ha no what you say me se wonim de o keka the same party that's in government me boa as me na wo ka kire me no mo me fa no tonchen almost say COVID can am kwaji ye no construction of and completion of 88 hospitals and 7 regional hospitals. Mansa, him said since 2017 budget almost say free secondary school ni all is kind of fund them boy. But according to the report, almost say sa COVID is kind of almost fund free secondary school. Why? Can you do it? Well, Mino and some you can say can't say now.
Because time President ayi free ho atamos a free ho a President Mama buy no bibia President Tamos ye bia mo de beto papa yi so ye wo kan so no ye vice and then the obeka kire say obi ntimi nka bibi say Bawumia na Akufo Addo kura nante da sa insult na
Dr. Menkasa
nyabotre maminwe obi kasa na no ansi a wan hwe dia make na say me yak na duade hwe de bia oba sa wei na wo ye no wo trekese no me na de kan wo trekese no yahu oba no aye ho say asa wo ka bibia fa na wo se na na bese wo man na aye niema basa na aye say wo ka bibia so no wo bu na de bese ndisi fo so enne me nua mo ndisi fo so mo te da ho ene wo mo te da ho pa entu ba say you careful because me catch you course e ba o masem sa no ene wa hwe yi baby ya ogina no what ho anase ogina wa anase oda ho
yes say dia me da ho
ani oda ho
no the Canadian in so after say Canadian catch you fufuro
ken what dey tie the program e ba ba na ni mebo ha me bekeka Ghana fomfom mani moye enko yi o enti obi oba so bia no odnana e na ese de na Akufo Addo ba na o ka president Akufo asem no obi obabu na asem na eba say yes free education say
na Bawumia why you no go
Bawumia no asem no beka ono asem no beka de a ene oba be gina beka say entro no otwa no Canadian wo yi wo ha Google me hwe the biggest liar in politics West Africa na Africa na the world
as a vice president no or the Akufo Addo ban achievement or the ba
or the asema wo kan no ho I said na me kan no I said wo wie school no ana a teacher for the books na mo de kisa de share no na e pam wo mo de wo kan no I said wo twa kontomo de afa yachi ye kon enti the make us me nua nyabotre yes I wan hwe anwumre say the course you see bad no Hey, who say chawo kase me sure say book bi eda na mu.
Davi asamnet Canadian. Who project Bawumia? We project no. But over that time we are as a head of economic management team now economy accept fansam no. I mean, I will sense we James so we are sana go betro.
Yeah. But vice president ontimi make ye campaign anasa talent make campaign on monka na. De na na ye me kan ko he na kura ala kan bibia gu na so waso obeye 10 ayi mun ko busa no say 10 e de wase sai na mo de aba no di debt no domestic ayi no debt ayi no wo ye no oso nso ni na adwen aba entinya enye mo aban ya ho asem na wo kan de ye de na
na no de ani me juanu si ye say Alan e de bi kan ya wo di na to okura na sem bi okaye no e ma mi hu say onumpa o aban no mu no unsa niema bi enkoyie waka bibi wogina so kan say arrogance of power arrogance of power
I know na next time the kawai NDC for there be Mansa Musa crowd is wontie ti memfa ne mam ye mpes o ye neutral emfa ne mem wasama wo dia ba
ono na da bi am friend no me kasa on the radio so ana ne ono nko on the radio so
na me dance o ya dance nye
yi Mansa Musa me kasa na se mu bi ko entie mi a ono dia directly no me kasa na na aba mo so
e akofa ba bi e tro
time and again enti me no I'm not here to support Nanado, but I'm here to tell you the reality on the ground. So you shouldn't focus your attention on Nanado governance because you don't have any contact with Nanado. If you know, we have a favor. What's going to say?
Bawumia governance been why? Governance be. Enyamia abromu twa ti bo mu e wo cabinet kinedua
sir Bawumia be gina ho a Bawumia e the awareness of Nanado but NPP before you Bawumia say only NPP. And the idea na Jogato na beba. Idea na kwabena Japan eba. And it's a kwabena Japan. I buy $12 of NPP. What did I know? I mean, because I don't know. One also. Okay. Unfortunately, so I need to hold that. Men say as soon as loans on back now. And to them, I mean, please, and I mean, 2 loans at 7. Will you not come and make a
before the freeze, if I come to toast near Musa Uti.
What
Ken, before the freeze, you know, my young toast near Musa Uti because I summoned a banading. They say, Minia, baby, I want. So now that was sorry. Aha, and you're sorry, not for camera toast near Musa Uti. Yes, I will be frog as I want it.
I said they are not the laws worker. Until I'm a person is because I need to hold that. Me TSP offense 4 years.
Anyway, only a bit to us very soon. Your system, they are grading. I
that's right. Include me to hold it there. Mate, that's it. And the doctor, the everyone who can do one can win some tea.
Not tea, right? A man called tea.
Hello, Lons. Oh, sorry. 26,
17. Yeah, Mansa, I'm here, Lons, yes. Me sorry, I network the able pay off Kakra. Mansa, your friend is saying, I'm saying, dog, I can't summon in in fact, on Kasa in Pomega, so I can't in my very able and senior colleague also a chance so about the ye of a care. In fact, of a cane you can I'm afraid now. I'm saying some now also a cana a very waste of time. Say may imagine some can be only what canon. A tactics senior dog a canon. Some are walking in no sit down webra. Yea, a so ana wanya ne party bi a woko na menim die nti atenchena ne nia big digidi atenchena a opeso bedi akiri I menim ebia mansa wo betumi akire me mu ye na ye nya ye ko
go straight to the point.
Let me say yeah NDC for ne nya ya said. And we are internal elections. Yes, obviously we are aware that some of our colleagues did help the MPP to choose candidates or personalities which one way or the other either is benefiting them or it's not. No, that shouldn't have been a problem. If they want to do same, we are not going to allow them. And that's exactly the tangent that Ofake is trying to pursue. It means in America, say, American. So, yasam on yeka. It's how pan is saying. We can someone walking in. Listen, when we are going to talk about national issues.
He has every right to talk about
Mansa Musa, on your records, go back and play all your audios or whatever that it is that you can call it. When our elections are here in this, we took an interest in it. And fire what we really need
to that one is not a good idea.
Mansa, can you please allow me to speak?
Sir, MPP for your and family. No. It's not. So already a fan. I think that is rather a matured stance to take.
I am matured in your view.
Of course,
but political. In obviously, but that is not in the general populace. It doesn't resonate with the general populace. All that we are trying to say here, say, what it means, so almost idea bebo Ghana form. Mami nkasa Mansa Musa idea bebo Ghana form. What I say? Suddenly, Omudi MPP by Omudi Akro. We were all in this country. We were listening to them on all over the radios from other mainstream Muslim because for
publicity reasons. On all the other radio stations, I know Muya or Mudden as if we now. I know Mukofa, Busumia, Busum say, Messias, Faso, Omukofa, Adia, Muya, Yemudia, who are now Yamashu Abubrim, Abba, and Edigana Funya. All that I'm trying to say is that of a K and take a back stance. I also answer nicely. Who share no more course as a worker? You share Sabe, Mansa me patrol, Manus is naso. Every person our war not dream Biano should not have the courage or the temerity to defend what is going on with the Akufo Addo's government, either with Alan Martin, Tatrona Kagaya, Money, Alan Martin, Bawumia, and the I from Ghana and IFWA, Kennedy Japan, but I can call the Ghana president. Mansa, me patrol, allow my candidate to talk about his vision for the NDC in the United Kingdom. The reason why he's referred to as the restoration candidate, the need as to how he's going to transform, reform, and give another meaning to what it means to belong to the NDC in the diaspora, especially in the United Kingdom. Mansa space, some of these distractions, deflations, defects, or whatsoever will come. Me patrol, I am the official campaign manager.
This exchanges and interactions with others, it is in bad taste, or it is rather to his disadvantage.
Are you allowing me to answer? It's a passing comment.
And you're profitable to him.
Me patrol, is it a passing comment? Is it a passing comment?
Not only stuff to do with just the inner NDC, but everything that concerns Ghana politics. If he can talk about it, and if he talk to opponents, what better than this?
Thank you very much. Is it a question I'm supposed to answer, or you just made a comment so that I will know? No, rhetorically, then listen to me carefully as well. Rhetorically, what it means for my candidate, say one, it takes the best of his time because our program is being timed, isn't it? So one, it could be a strategy from somewhere to limit the exposure.
But you are doing your candidate you are doing him a disservice because yesterday somebody called me to tell me, say, how could he engage with the outsiders? It was very nice. And that person is not
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
So please listen. Let the program
Mansa Musa.
Listen. I'm getting the caller. I'm getting very
no. Can you listen to me, Mansa Musa?
Say, let my candidate do this and this. Are you my producer?
My candidate has the mandate.
Go on. Your candidate is flexible. He's relaxed. He knows everything is going on. Flexible.
No, but what have I done wrong? You're not being fair to me. The maker Tony say,
every day I tell you, I don't like
you don't. You have never said anything to me
on my own show to tell me what to do. I don't like it.
Mansa, I am not asking. Listen, Mansa Musa, I'm sorry. I am not asking you to do my bidding. No, you cannot thank me once I haven't finished.
It's not about your bidding. It's about what I don't want people to be telling me. That's what I
no, but excuse me, Mansa Musa.
Yesterday,
listen.
And I'll buy no back. So I didn't cry.
Don't bring it yesterday. And now some the weekend, I will be some of a K, make out of a K. The way or distracting me candidates, one.
I will tell you from experience, he is refreshing everything. Your candidate is very, very flexible. He's I can see from his face. Candidate, I can see from his face. He's very much focused.
Can you allow me to talk,
Talk, but don't say what you want me to do on my own.
Who am I to direct you? My direct to me, who be some of them? What be what say a rhetorical? And maybe so make sure say the nipani one or take time off or a business why engaging unnecessarily.
Lons.
I mean, maybe some chairman a chief what here. Why engaging unnecessarily? I think we were it's a very special interest as to say Obeni me dragging on this issue. The maker is a nipano. My candidate is there to talk to the delegates, potential voters, and what obet session semu. And I think now what the say, and I would you be your first chairman Aqua. Your comparison say we're flexible to outsiders. Yes, same as my candidate.
Lons.
I think I'm at this over meeting. Yeah, dog.
Said it, Etienne. May I sure say. Obey me, Mansa Musa Kasar were chile rather than radio, so that's it.
And I am very wrong. Mansa Musa is very uncooperative when it comes to this issue. Dog, I will allow you to flow and do your stuff, but I'm very disappointed in him. I mean, can't change Onion Juma the way I want it. But all that I have sought to do here, say, me person will be about program, so no, be allow no Nipane time, no Okasa, no be some questions, sir. It is not part of what you've set out to do. No, on said I'm sorry. I'm really disappointed in him. Me that say.
Hajia so afraid, but Hajia and them says you told me if you I was Hajia and if you inquire is you know because I do the phone no Hano or Quano about. Anyway, yeah. You see this document. You see, this is not something
Mansa,
anyway, Ajia,
also campaign a producer crime outside.
Hajia, San Fred, and the phone how I mean, weather Adam. So we are for the right. Your friend is saying, me bo a Arabia maybe in Nekasa. Also, clip will say Matheson and Franklin Nati no Senana Dunia. Those are almost Senana do say Yesika. Now, get away in the young woman. I mean, very young to be enough to be my daughter. She said, we young man, you for Ghana. Being cassette time or maybe time, maybe be okay. But now it was situation the I said, Ubia, Tine, Mammy, Papa, some way be over 2 crown now, bridge a long distance be, we been for another pure hostless nepo. And that's what the old shop is there. We see last one young man or say, I don't mind. It's better I die in the sea than to go back. The pastor would obey I demand. What you do with it, and now they say, you buy food, a little bit of food and transport, everything else goes into paying of rent. And I get you, what is happening?
Again, also to your rent. Metie, Mansa, Matie, and I'm a sorry, dear, about a hard game, and women are may expect to say, sympathizers in MPP for no bar, Mokan will be a Ghana for my home. No munya sa obi candidate obi choose no away your mama sem eh president mama sem so obi choose obi o me ye wo Ghana ye nyina wo Ghana na obi be kan say the candidate wa sister what which mu kro no abeso mu na pushi na aba na aba ye yi on ba kro no nyame fa ne currency esi oni asase so obi wa so no abe pushi no na fe de obi eye yi a efa mo ho ben ha enti
Adam
Let me just my brain. Mansa Musa, na me pesa ache Canadian say onzini fiase. Na John Mahama or a visionary leader. Ti onwa na yede ne beba because sanka enya atwem. Ana Ghana for mun kan kra. Ana Ghana for ya tribalistica. Nanka omuma kwan e papa ya no siesie Ghana krom sei papa ya no develop Ghana krom sei ya ma ne kwan ma ne ye ya nka nya ye ni bebia ye dui And you say, girl, who body tape, oh, su. Yes, sissing diagu, Metisana will come once. Yes, sissing diagu, and no more quite cratum to a d. Young baby, oh, do be I am cry as how quiet d. May I know him some way before. Mansa Musa, son, and because I beckon another assembly before, and I said, no, another didn't call for Nankasan a year abbey some. And then you now, yeah, dear. Here then, I will sound special sound tall. Well, by one by Yanish, one be see, one found man crowdfunded them. What Jat woman is say, we are up quite cross out to account. Casacole is. Also, so Uncle Diana, she necessarily the Aquasu, or be a common deal, be out on so. Yes, yes. Oh, Brebian honor, and Brebian honor be a disu chronosintino. Also, be I say survival of the fittest. One cassa, when you're fit, I won't mean survive. What yes? Can you imagine? Bassa. Who sit down here? Not Obia Babejina Hossi, na be frail. Na be frail, Miss Aminia Daya, or say I was say Ubehu Omo. Ade, Bibehu Naminia Day. Or Pusika idea. Oh, it said a chronos and another didn't go for one bow, how the emotion. Here can you say, the visionary leader, JPM, the Oyana Yekuno, Yabamana Barber Twasso. No one says Sagana Chrono. The apart from Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, can you power say Sigano Crony ye padia, and the day JDM pa, and no cry yanka, and how many party chronoswa. The aquasu tan time, it would be aquasu a brave cosuno, or my comma, tumuna, or one cobom pioneering aglow, or when I did when you are shooting, I mean, it's your Minaka. Oh, there, I see a bit of brand, a bit of bread. Mansa Musa, Onyame Bekyere.
Listen, me da si bebre.
Yes, me da si.
Agyemang, so when you break, but I see a starting program no kakra. And now you kwe nim kakra na fe mama abemwai. Yo, yi sadi o ya o ni bre mi. Me nshala tiasi o tiasi.
Mansa Musa, they want to say perception, corruption perception index, CPI, no. A year no brand. So now me kai say maybe your time no a year time na president mama o ho no. E bi bae ma ye nuanom MPP fo ya omuni bibia yi. E di ye noise pa. And as I say, we na ban the whole world no. In the D72, you were born so here in the D72 na say. E kire say o fa omo no a omo ye clean. Once omo ye ne say omo a you know oman a omo ye clean pa. And a man so omo ye highly corrupt. So aha, ne skin is na ti o. Ti right no ye omo ye clean. And I left no I am more highly corrupt. And today I say 180 countries, the whole world, and no more and you did 72. What do I say? And like I say, what if you more? Like I say, corruption in Ghana no. No, na ya teko ya chisa na time ya teko na already a yini mebrea. A busy say asama na medical kan. Say busy say Mansa Musa. COVID is kaya a year at the clue. More high dying. O man you Bota region Okwa talk a year sasia a year saying. O mako rented dying. And o renovate o rented a dino 15 million. Anna o renovate done 20 million. O no almost require COVID holding and a isolation center. Oman you should da ebisi me okwa ko baby anka nipa wo se nipa koda wonya covid and ase bisa no okay nipa ankoda o de yemfa ne se nyame aboa ye covid anche no yeso be ko no na wo different and now musi omochichiri bed in ni kese maza musa arahu nanka wo de fire hospital kra ana health center bi na ma krofo enwo ho facilities e wo ho no maza musa next abanwe no na wo hwehwem ko hwehwem maza musa na kese inside job omo am ho eno mo ye dai omo de ma mo de contract ni wi ya na maza musa e ko kan baako so dia akoye no I say minimum na ye contract some say you go register na ye you na oba front to amame na front to mame a na trace kanemawa sa na ayi sa north ayi no northern development ayi no authority so ayi ni sa na akoye nipa mi say achi omu nya mansa musa uya ayi ni kwa kosi Jubilee House adentina obi say contract a okogie sika sei 5.7 million ana omune ayi sa company omuye A&Qs consortium so omo be ya mamon ana mo se ne boarding mo se tieni o ne board na mo pam mo CEO no ho no mo pam no koye afedi obae ne ba ya mo se musa ade a ne bo ofo no akodu 10.5 million or more than that. Yebusa wa wasi afe na wo be ni ye pa mase musa krono sei na ayi omo petition chief of staff wa up to now say nne na obetwele te na akobu anu ade no ana lawyer bi omo ka che lawyer nsi da bi we de me mind say sada na sa nkrofu we mu no eya de bia no eya na eya koyese ase ayi omo ba no mbedada Ghana fo a no mo say twom no mo say sere and what they call na a special prosecutor sum na a sum na yes a kwane mfa na yimra no the statement mra na yentwe no maza musa obese o free o man mu na nkodwa na so yare okohwe no yare na kese nka all them je no na nyamia ya ayi ama wakoka judge bi akoma na judge no ese waje ne passport nti o ma ne nko nti na kese maza musa empire na no ye betra boy na me se nyamia sum enti no yaje na emo wanfa nkoma ni diplomatic passport amana nyane dia se mazamuza hu de meche no enti hono na ise mazamuza hu se Ghana ni bia bana ne bag ho na ubusa se odi de say so meche no like say oti anu aboya mane na mazamuza we no se de sikoye ne se betom na minikai enchia atiefo nyina mechia wonso na mechia because se me ba ya na abrante no e Canadian say no si e keka ne nsem no na wo se me bewura mu wo se normally mentanya sa entitie for mfa ncheme na de wa no si kana na otu mfutro na mehwe di nam se oya ho ni modus operandi no oya se oya na agin se me ba asem be ka bi se menye MPP ni na emu me kana manfo otie mi no anam de awu makeka ne ma bi a entro ne basabasa afam na ne no menim de ya so bi ne ko frefre yiminu am NDC for no se di we ne obi a eba maza musa we no afedu bi ko na we na hot be mu se na wo hu sanete so enti mesa chia me campaign team de odikai Mr. Lonsa Gini mu se enwume na am se obi kan was na wa hitipa ani ade na ne deputy Rita Mansa na Dr. Tebi, campaign advisor, and Mr. Akufo Addo, Bogawan, also ye media ni ye no Mansa Musa who ye poster ne ye ni fefe no ono na ye media consultant. And ye wo campaign spokesperson ye Haji Akomapa. Mense na nia onso nia brepa no beso obem. And ye Abolo, Mr. Abolo 1, M Abolo. I say no ubwa obi e wonni mabolo wo ayi no NDC mu na kese won pakro no oba party mu nche enti wache kra no na kese unche wonni be 3 days because ono de odi a obehu because they be already so ne hagea enti de wo ho no na Mansa Musa me ba ya enema bi a na obusa me no sa corruption ayi no onim se country bi to say Seychelles Island omunya 70 ayi no because 100 ofri 0 sana akọ 100 more na wokọ wonya points no eno na kire say we less corrupt so what as here do here country omudi kaya a bit say Scandinavian countries no omo ene di kai the way omo see your one near no and country bit say ayi Namibia enya 49 points and mighty Ghana nya 43 points until ye kwa na ye ko yachi because say President Mahama time ikunya 47 ni 46 hey braba hwe radio mazemuza ye ma won cancel ene omudi ye ya so until we mu nyina na ompese omo ye yi na wo decide we ko bata ho a kire say corruption e so Ghana no mazemuza nya asem ketewa na ana investors so hwe sa niema no ene mo aba invest so that's here because omanya wakodi 72 de kire say se me bem no aba invest ya o se me pesika me betua bribe nko ansa na me capital ba mazemuza but what that's here aha enti no so okure sika no na so ko business e wo so oped de opɛ bi kase we na medical tua kra ansa na mama sase ansa na makotua ansa na mama license ansa na matua ansa kra na ya ye we mu nyina ka ho bi enti e ma investors ma enti we de menu am MPP for minim so mo de akɔ anim so mo de akɔ achi a mo amomra meka me entie na minim se mo ba mo betwese no obi na kan se o say interest rate no enye yi a o say it will expose you afo ba na so masemusa waso achi dollar de akoma IGP ama ye de akɔhye BNI for ho underground there afo de masemusa ye say o say oh there be this you need the economic you na make and a change kakra abrofo titu afa na abrofo na siom dia o say a change kakra say e basa no na say aban no ye free education no aye we dia ye mfa nka asem masemusa enti Ghana for ye tibo nkoso sa kese wodwi wa na ye nyankrofo bi gise Canadian mu defend masemusa so ye nya nipa bi gise Canadian mu defend no mo ban so a the way o musitie no saa na nkroma time no mo ye o mo ba ase aso o mo ebe kan bi media o mo ye no mempe se o ma ye ho akrate fo dodo wo be hu anu a twesi no o ka bi tie nkroma saa ti Rollins kan say saa ye nua no mu yi die ne no a eno a na change o mo free ayi UP ebe ye PP Progress Party ede be ye PFP afọ wa be ne PMP no kese de bia poison wum poison ye de sane ma de wum P no de bia poison wum so se P ba ko ne party na P ba ko ne wum ne poison so ti de bia sa poison wum na ade ba ko na me yamanse musa ne kure ni yesua de e de boye nuanom yesua de boye manfo pa yanom de omusua de sinipa madamfo bi a memoni di onya aba mu ko ya we MPP ni kese se wonim se masemusa na ye namfo ansa na ye be 1992 constitution so that say ti mi wonamfo bi a omoye yi me di nkomo sa o se an ye de ye nim nyansan we ye bokro no kra a wontimi nchie masemusa se mo obi ka kire asempa o so wonim nyansan ye bokro no kra mo wontimi nchie na kese krono no kra no wasa komu training so enti me nim se o mani atayi ena ke se kosua de ebo mu atayi se wasakra
ayi your friend is saying na me ne kilometer park bi ho wuti I know so school say we na ka yeti mentiasio how we see digitalization right just they say no school play your friend placement you know everything by computer remote unko gina obi enim ye hwe we yi no ano che say obi kra nim nipa kro na de wa hyehyem na wo ko school awo afa de say no afa ya instead of your friend saying non-human interface you know they say o makoye no human interface abema for mu tuatua bribe ema no so no okay yes e de akọ committee bi so mo investigation o ma investigation no report no na obi atena so eno na I park this you know send what is sending me hankasa na me say I can't just read it by myself it omra so okay or drive no me kasa kakra na unity ko you see me question me person me busani say in future anybody to run the country because never jija too much forget about NPP and DC.
Musa sana MPP 40 me ntwon kwachiri time ana president Akufo obe free so no ana akofa single spine so obeka ya president mama ba ayi ba president Atanos ba obre pao edume bia na ratio no sa expenditure no ye ne to the GDP no na nam 60 something and almost start year noise Emma obi kwa say if the economy is broken you fix
it. I remember
cause abro for nyina akase so what else here omu ni bone omodi said ya aba ne bebre and then nyame adaro ma wo ye ya na otimedi inflation ba single yi so beka ya so enu abi no moko no adentina president Mahama ni NDC time 2016 time wa NDC government call IMF Mansa Musa almost says can the farmer boom ye the mau kakra and kakra in the sign because him say Mansa Musa na kosa contract now wa bemu now free so e Ghana for sika mebo
sure Ghana foka sika balance ye Ghana for sika nyesa enti me ka pa say na buy e man 200 million bi awa no say yen standing no would you now know who ya oh catch IMF for no fees on na make say the way omusi ye niema because obi obe omu bia na say onye MPP ni bia nim nyansa and okom ko kan masem wi so masem de ana enti omu ye omu wi so masem de no ana brofo hwe omu din na brofo say okay de wa kan yate de bet me decide say de be mamu bumu say de be mamu enkete ya mu mi hu e ka mu die nyina masem sa and he say omkofa yi bae omo say box side hwan no say omo say butter omo say akotete wo mu no butter trade box side na hwan afo ni ba betu ade ande Bawumia say ombenya 18 billion no mde ai Ghana kwa nyina ni ade mazamuza bebuza wo kwan ye entron kwa na MPP fo no ho omo ye bibi na ache omo a no asada asefo fraba wo chi omo no mde asefo fraba grand train kwa untimi nye ye busa asem ba sky train ama for studies omo question say ye electricity kwa nyina so nyie na sa sky ni the electricity na nam also e ba ye de ba for wase afro ba underground e de na run ye the locomotive so no e ombe use steam
afi kwa de wase yan omo boy call yi clean energy e de kese e kasa ne doson vice president Bawumia yes kasa ne doson sometimes I'm confused mi tie no ho aya na me fees ase ye sua no ni edi nkomo bo odi nkomo na bibi ka bia betwam no na wa change topic na okaka na asem de make out ase ye nye focus as a country so ho ti asema me ka IMF de e ho na fe omo hwedi no omo ka no se da bi wo si enye loan ade a wakoju obi sika Mansa Musa so wo de car na betuo so wo de asase na betuo enye loan ana me boa
of course
a loan enti wonyi tum say loan no say yade atum ne ka ne kosoro ne asa ka yesa say sika no a bond na watonton no wo say enye loan kese me kese economy no kra ne kana say economics no kese yesua ne different ana wo say enye loan oh na me enya me nwanwa enye sa ayi vice president ko gina Supreme Court ene ebusa na say wo say ayi pink sheet Mansa Musa ani ya twere so what's the pink sheet no say words no any your friend say figures no yeah difference omo a you take words meboa because what's that no atwere but figures do be able to me the baby ko sign na de wa change no say the baby nkom ko ye baby no a ayi e can say 7 na on kan wa ko ayi no 79 so aha enti no West na watwere ne de ne de fees ne de ye busa ayi say pink sheet ne de busa no eye chachu ya no busa nse aha ya twere West ne ya twere yi ene de bia be ka ho nti gen na wo ye yi wa ye deputy governor of Bank of Ghana. It is a check, will be the back. Not a worse in any figures, a boy bra. The any effort. We must work higher. What's your figures? Go and check. What's your figures? Because Obia who share economics and now say we are accounting and our finance be at the first year bachelor of classroom. No. So worse in figures. The any effort, worse in effort. What you say?
Worse than so.
When him say, or can we now we I'm say African Development Bank. No, you're more rep around them say Kenya or I say Tanzania, oh baby. Oh, I don't know. Within 2 weeks, and no more difference because it's serious. Who say, oh, when it comes to Ghana, they own say do maybe near the same diagonia NDC MPP politics, but when it comes to Brofone, very serious people. I'm not saying Ghanaians are serious, but I've grown womb. And it's in a channel or transfer no cohere Europe near the Adina no who say. Omo ye niema kase na Mansa Musa studio ha ene hese Mansa Musa wo say wo kan se bi wo say dey phone na manfo frɛ na aye hot no mo be ye se mo be dey mo be na adoso me bwa so bit my so hu obi o te Ghana so be ka say dabi ene ene nyiska na wa be utua mame no mo Jubilee houses here no MPP for no utua mame a ne am be dikai yes that's exactly the one no be dream but won say asem a wo kan aye no atiefo Obi onye serious be on fast asem no but obi onye serious be hu say you are thinking about improving the system
of course
for say e be benefit amanfo any mo ankasa but MPP for ne dia obeka say ne ade ne enyen say wa bet metua kese na ya mo akasa so dey say o madwen bone no ati asema ye kan o mu hu ya no say no mo terminate the contract na me ka say o tam o mo ye ne running mate no o mo ka kire say mo onye no part time bia onye wo so there be want me live na adwuma no mo busa ono adam mo hu no mo de mo a so ye journalist busa no because omo busa no so there be wo ye na say ni say na man for say mo abo say Onyame ye vice president enti ni say enfa say okona anye yi a that time so no nim say nye yi anyway enti no the money ni na ba kusia anya hwe sure ena man say musa omo ye afi do no aba say wo ja no aba ni full time so time ya pamu no na won say na abrofo ne nipa bi wo ha ana adwempa kakra wo mutim mo say musa say adwuma me kan say ya push no obefro say masa ade na waye no wa bring the image of the bank no into the disrepute what is among for trust here enti no resign yes letter ebony next we dey make am because why dey why resign next you were push and yen na adwene so be resign because next can here obi onim bia ne sika ne ye se sika ne nya and come free Bank of Ghana and kwaya sa adwuma no
exactly
what I say that time ne $20 Bank of Ghana or ne $20 ne $20 cedis eti obi atua bibia in dollars no foreign currency ye nim say dollar is stable no Mansa Musa on ba ko be pen no a change cedis ana mebo because cedis yi na nado adawroma ade be chi bia ko bi ofun ana yam hyehyew because we nim baby a unity link and as a top connect for the woko so na yam hyehyew o madawro manti Ghana na yete no ade be chi bia na baby ofun na yam hyehyew what you say na I me busa say IGP nti kini da so won wa na say wasada commander Dr Bawumia back kini was what the man
IGP IGP back no so no the
so what's that
or the co-pension
what you mean you say no one man say ben so obeya na so nipa for betena ha anya consistency say madwuma no mayi wo ho edu be so just say IGP we buy no
say be a microphone
we no the coffee
me dey ashembo
enti wan hand over man no
hand over
all koni man say be say hu yo omo ye dey pull out as dey omo ye never say me here life what dey ya question in seminar there key no but then so sa
yo
so enti the make say yen yam MPP for the ohu aya omo try na ade ba ko omu say aya na say omo wo ahomasuo bi ne na ayi kan alan kan no arrogance ahomasuo bi wo mumu ono ka say otu ka say you are ignorant no I can be bisacho asema wo kan ono ko wonim de wo kan wo say you are ignorant no use that word na wo we all say some kan ignorant enya timidie Mansa Musa me no ka sana ka say me nim de me kan na say me nim bibi fa ho a eno nya timidie hwe de omo de ye Professor Mills papa yi which be gina tem say fra no pa ayi President Mama onu anim to emre bi ekohia no say from anopa no nsia kosi anwumre no nsia say radio yenunum radio bi anka news nwie ya menim say ma atemdia na yedi me papa uche say omu say president mama me echi obi da and so na no radio so ya na metie obi ba o kan bibia an wo ya panimu wo yo mampani since when na mo hu say o say respect your mampani kese say MPP for dia eye na NDC ana say any ada ayi dia ene enye omunya omusuban sa na ye fa nkwa sorry what you say ye fa nkwa sorry
jai omusuban sa ye fa nkwa sorry Joe I'm so the papa ko Africana na you know almost Ghana for near on internet you know I'm so haji akra me need to hold almost 15 minutes me and he say
mama kasa masa
so be play am on kasa yes hello 4930 yes Abolo
Masa Musa
yes
Mabo Juma yadi mwechi Masa Musa yebechia etiefuo eni ahwefo bebia network ni dru bia na yechi obi bia na Masa Musa mamembo campaign manager Lawrence Abaso say all manage campaign nyame hira no na metie no munkomodie mu nyina no meta nachi ewo ni stand oka about your candidate mejiri say ni pape mua no mazamusa ejumai why communication sometimes eboili na akulu nti manager bibi obi nyame hira no say ogosu ebo ni juma masamusa yɛbɛbɔ mo abasusu this weekend no moyɛ adeɛ aniguase a mode abɔ UK Arera chapter nyinaa no monya former president ɛne yɛ current chairman ɔmo ba UK ɛne mo bɛdi nkɔmmɔ nea ɛkɔ so nyinaa no yɛsomasoma amanfoɔ bɛ adeɛ a yɛdɛ ne sɛ masamusa isisayɛ ɛba a hwii ni wate sa no isisayɛ ɛba sɛ amanfoɔ yɛ ready sɛ yɛpɛ power hwii ni wate sa no me nea nti a yɛ medɛ no incoming chairman ɛka sɛ abolo masamusa hwɛ sɛ obi bie ni hɔ being in UK, US, Ghana. Oni media na je say NDC no ye fufuro. Ye pepa ye. Masa Musa me di picture bi asene o.
And me hwe.
Ani ehwe na ema manfo hu say ye ntimi sumo obi say NDC ye 2024 election na ye ko say brana fo ebre apinie
chairman Abolo with the chairman general at chairman house after win chairman Abolo with chairman general in chairman house after win that is good ma afeme hu bibia koso
Masa Musa unim die ntia me send us a picture no. General Chama eba UK no sa fugu no na ohye.
Oh yes. Ada fugu munto ba ku nkan wen na ba fugu ba ku de.
And one of
fugu ba ku pe no ohye da enu ami hu ye. Sa fugu no ada munto fu munto ba ku munto MPP color man no red and blue white no. No, Shena.
Adia ba kwa enye ye fe ni say ye hu blue ni red na ma yempe.
Oh dear.
But Chama General fugu ni de edosu.
I see.
But adia ba kwa uye strong NDC ni a ye pe color green. Because ye di bibia ka ho ekọ ana color black. Ye di bibia ka ho ekọ ana color white ye di bibia ka ho ekọ. Misenu sa picture nene mi pesa manfo hu say Dr Joe Agyemang Yeah, ko general election. Ejuma oba Ghana be boy. Ebu achama general. Mimi can't share delegate say. Ye mubin ye pe chapter ni ye. Ena ye nim say ye nye some mistake ni da. Say omu pe chapter ni inkoswa. That's why me Mrs. Picture we. Emma wuna amanfo hu say. Enye yempe ni yi o. Hwe chama incoming Dr. Joe. Ejumo be mi kan bibia ne say party no. Usumo obi a enu ti na hwe obi bia na onim say Greater Accra no. Opa onfre Tetechai. Onfre Ashimo. Onfre Anthony Nukpe. Onfre mi boss Jerry Johnson. Onfre regional executive. Ya no bi say one na abolo. Ye pomuye ye. Mansa Musa, misi ye pomuye ye upro party no a Greater Accra and the whole national. And nothing a missing us picture no. Now going forward no. Ye pete delicate obi bia ye best mano. No be dear then say yenko this national election no. Ye hunyama be breakosu. A man for every MPP more best support to obi ananka. Omunim se oba ene bebo omu no amfa meka asem bi kire o se ye wie bibia ye be wie bia no true vet ye be wie na report ne beba no isaka ye bi beba meka masem ye wie na ye wie ballot na meka masem na mama delegate wo nientia ehia so beto abama Dr. Joe Agyemang ni onim kwan ya udi ne to baabi ebe bua party no ene na edi ne to ho. This is the time. Change. A yet di say a bayan sakaye. In sakaye, a yet di pa bet. Meaning say delegate bayan san sakaye no. And nunti se who say campaign manager neni bria neni bri man who you neni bri ama the party any bra any for the and the GDP 93.5. Abolo. Mansa Musa.
Yes.
They can't wait at the form in 1 minute because Minyamu voters do go on a delegate, and then the platform are overhot to the sense that all the delegates want to listen to who they should vote for. Nothing else. To kuku de dem bedi. Nia novi Dr. Joe Agyemang. Niamado minya edoike ova wole gefia ekadodo ike ohedari ike kpekpegere mianchi ikaro miamedewo niko miarokide avuyame abolo ike le radio gold mienya abolo ya ye gbogbo na mi bede edoike mianovi avawo mi dakone po enyagbere ojiyim current executive nyonyo goma mi wo mole mi amaro mi esi kakari mi bedi ameyo na pakle kweba kloko mi nyo na manye na modi mi wo gavori mi gava no vi fam le fonema mereka magablem you na mashia me kama segomo ni taro mi gbogbo mi dakona Dr. Joe Agyemang ye ma segomo ri nye namba le Mansa Musa gbo amana ko nye namba le Mansa Musa gbo o yom de madre nyamanya one magajo ga lazon Mansa Musa esolo no neho
okay
inke esolo no neho wo ba no ni wo he wo party eke for wo hani meko me kameni neba wo party emi ne bala ke chapters na apay dues ke ni bi shike ba na ke wo ji executives wo ji former executives ni former executives ni ye hwe wo yin ahipoto ni general chairman ba je me ba wie yin ahihwe mu e wo na ba je me afo play ke ni bi na aba because of any about address press tomorrow cafe wa ba je me
she function like that if nice seriously only a press conference any no kofifio no bibio she functional denchele I'm a feel wa denche I mean it was nice
mazamusa information fe wote me ko yen ko no ani send bo picture ne ko ni mofia mo ni le akechi ke abolo je party nyoji mi because one akechi bo ole akechi me ni bo masamusa de che ole ake NPP bi ji ame ama me ncho mo na wo ni ke oye dabi masamusa ole na she ke NPP nyu enye ba ne ba ke obo delegate ake o ya vote ha si mesi e ni cho obo ake gbomo ele akeke na ka gbomo ba ba fiteni dan you ake me have been executive for Ayawa so Central and now I'm a current executive here to Obo constituency ebe komo what party nu tumo eche e wo mo pia mo ni ba fi le akeshi bi bobo to
yeah nka femo ne okay yimi hia bi ani wo ya wo hia wo fine
ke nyami nyo ni ne agi ayel ma no be nke ba wa biye ko ni le we fe gbe ni fi o ko ni wani delegate ele ake wota shi ni sure gbomo e ba tun won no nihi
okay
because wona che wole no nihi chama jo e ke wo ke masamusa je fe ko ni gbalogba gbalo e gba fe ko shi papa le nu tumo ne ba tu e gan ni chama general ba UK sane na agba ke ni bi nke mofia mo ni le chama general bi kweku ebi kweku ake na moja abolo wole no ni wo fe ni wo ke chama general for jeme ni wole be ni ba wa UK arena chapter ni won ya forward ma send ni bu picture se ko
okay
mi ka ajia ke ni bi ko me ni wo ke chama ya we ni e ba wa UK arena chapter this is the time no ba sacrifice wo yi you okay party ke for so I know manyejo abla o
chama ni aba yaw. All right, thank you very much. I follow with that. Mr. Pure NDC fella speaks Ghana, Akan English, everything together. Oh, I follow the man. We have nearly 50 good minutes for doctor to talk, then me, I'll be relaxing in my chair, drinking my nice coffee. I wish. But 50 minutes.
Mother Musa.
Yes.
I'm on the line.
Hey. Okay. I got 2 minutes. Now I hear 10 minutes past 9. It is our 2 minutes, no? Haji, I would ya.
And then I'm 2 minutes here. I'm saying spokesperson.
Haji, 3 minutes. 3 minutes.
No, make actually Miss Masamusa.
Yes.
Dr. Joe, you're managing.
Yes.
And you're here.
Yo.
Near ever can't follow Hono. And no, and a delegate in the EBT.
Are you?
I want to say, and I tell you, Papa, the children,
you,
and also, Minia, Mitier will argument with MPP Papano. A fine example. Ken Edward,
was so.
Ken Edward, your best friend. Your best friend, Nasenia, or my mamma way a brown corono, and that's all Mobanas or Mocasa. Omo say, Sebiota Prache, or money badrim for any casa. Sabi Ghana for your nyam auto, Ghana for Sabi and empty headed. Now, so a opportunity be, and a binuma when ya third class in economics. It's me the media so, our maimu. Ghana, and I will call university, not a failure. The Edinburgh was a presidency. And can this happen? Akufo Addo. And count on sister obey your presidency cry. And can I to say UK and US type now? And Akufo Addo is nowhere near because yen na yen senior. Or no Catholic party and Papa di jail in the Bushia for. They will mess it up. And no call that say, who former Momo, Yedi Akufo Addo, yeah, foreign minister. Yenin baby, your friends a diplomatic passport, echo dear. It's me and South of now or use a DNU or some use to bear certificate in you with different ages, you know. Or Kita friends say diplomatic passport, you know, and young mama, it's not a new story to me because Akufo Addo as a foreign minister, we knew how he distributed our what do you call it? The diplomatic passport. At the end, but let me tell you something. I want to talk to the delegates of NDC
They are my concern, not the MPP who have run this country poor, and even this country, no, poor and Kenya. Just a more money in Masi at the international level. Yeah, president of this way. Said what a fraction. In the Monam Pa, a friend in the Monam Sesiano. A bit in Hubio, our foreign countries because of Okasakra almost reading Okasa almost from day one. Up a price swap for the more or Babasway, and somehow kind in our unity. And no say we want to elected an empty-headed man as a president, and that is where Ababe Minia. Can Edward say any day? Can Edward say President John Mama Eddie or Mayensu as vice president for 8 years? Obua John Mama and Dio Mayensu for vice president for 8 years. I am true. John Mama the first time was President Wilson or Marie and the President Wilson 8 years. So I am for vice president for 8 years. And I am Jupiter. I don't call that change. I said your mama, Numa Papa, or Manka or Mobua. I did yes to saw Moka. Because and now I can say, or Numa Papa, Akufo Addo or Bawumia. And to your mama, Diano, Kanikan, as a saw Moka. Now, seven, and this is for Yanni Bafo. Yanni Bafo and Yabunia. And to say, Yanni Edik Kasa. Yanni Kasa because. As wicked as MPP government, UP tradition to MPP, Omotiano, Obeja, Akufo Addo, and Akufo Amamua, difference is here because now Akufo time, no, they were and they are uprising with tribalism and baby, the Hussein Akufo, Ebu Nimasata, no, and Manasa, and she, a there, or Bema Bedu, Benina. But my main, I'm just a delegate. Number one, last week, Mr. Delegate, I'm very sure and very vigilant. Sir, I'm a delegate listener, therefore, between and from the tomb. They know themselves at the branches, so they should be vigilant. Obibano of the not on free branch exposing, and number one. Number two, they shouldn't listen to anybody from the MPP side. About 2 or 4. Say, Omonkotuma Asemesi. So, about trade now. You who say NDC MPP phobia, that is why from branches, from constituency, from region, from national, no, your bomb body said, your bayan sakraya, and Bama Sabata trade, no, are ending. If you are ending with those people, I think it's left with UK and Ireland. UK and Ireland as a beacon for NDC chapters, you know. Let's Ramo. I followed the program. Michienia General Ekaye. Aya Sefem. Aya Niwo. Aya Ferrier. Mamon Tenase. And Mancrophobi. And Tinamo Nigeso. And Tinamo Right so. And the party name was to say, Omofia property, and to Tenon Pansamonosa, Miss Ramo, me say, UK for me rush mumu because Samoko ye leader, Papa, and the Unkudim Ebre Endis. Now, Roka Yawaena, Musulmai, the Pepemu, the Kukeji Hausa, Mutani Arewa, I have Kursaboda Abla. Party in Ghana will not end this. Party NDC Kawai. Senior party in the chicken Ghana yo. And then kana chicken. Ba wani yo shekazo. Go bekazo ko ji bikazo ko yo kazo ko ji kazo. Kowane lokaci in dai aikinka yayi kyau ana baka dama kai ma kai irin gwargwadon iyakacinka. Muna baku hakuri saboda Allah. Fatin da ya safa at UK and Ireland sosai. Muna baku hakuri. In muna son mutumin kirki inda zai ci gaban mu ya kawo muna hadin kai ya kawo muna fatin nan yayi ban sha'awa shine Dr Joe Agyemang. kuyankuri ka kuti da yan MPP na da ke ga ya muku wanga ne ka ku vote ma wan kariya suke yi suna jingan kifi ne a cikin ruwa tun ma ba kamo shi ba sai sannan rokan yawaye na yan arewa yawaye nan da ke jin Hausan da nake yi kan ku yi mistake an kuna so mu samu power Ghana don Allah Dr Joe Owusu shine ya cancanci mu vote mu ba saboda mun san shi in ya zo Accra yanda yake aikin party ba wasa bane ku duba mu vote ma mutumin kirki domin gobe mu samu nasara kan mutanen da giwayen ga masu mata muna kasa mu karanta musu alamtar kaifansu su wuce da shi in muna so haka ya tabbata sai dai mu vote mu ba Dr Joe Agyemang as UK and Ireland chapter chairman insha Allah 2024 da mu samu victory mu da John Dramani Mahama NDC ya zo ya karkare ya gyara muna kasa yanda ya kamata ina mini bushara na kenan da nake da shi zan baku anti Masa Musa mesrao me sa srao biom asrao etie fo se omumma ya adwen embra de omadu so MPP4 entimi ntusu chairman emma yen omo twa MPP4 se omumba ya campaign mo omo no embra no so a munye omo ba ko hye omo nsa na omo fa ye de ya ye de munye mesre Dr Joe Agyemang
Haji ayeda wase
yeda wase insha Allah
Allah we dey dance bebre
without any bread me so me dance
right mo afre no
Masa Musa ya nkuri ka yi ba ni 1 minute
wa chena
abolo ke na so ke ba ni 1 minute rana
abolo kina yi wangane mai chauba bede chau okay yi magana abolo we are listening.
Okay, Masa Musa, medi manu esi no.
Abolo before we do anu besi no. Abolo twen before we do anu besi no. Mon kanche obi a ukọ YouTube no so please subscribe. NFM YouTube on. NFM TV, ukọ ukọ YouTube no so NFM TV. Ubehu ye wo ho na wa subscribe. We subscribe and the numbers no every year. Na che say yes so ye mfidia etuto ane boarding din no ye nyeska bi de atoto entima kan no ewie no haja bolo ene omo motu no amowo saa other telephone so nyina amotwen no ibenya brama mo but with all seriousness abolo as quickly as possible please.
Just 1 minute Masa Musa school replacement in Sensem.
Yes.
Mesre say won say Masa Musa mini uka say meba baako wachro onya 7 ones. Sisi amini uka say nanka baby anka small girl ya wanya 7 ones no. Enfisa afi na meshe dem abompa ye say
who patches say 1111.7.
Masa Musa mpachon.
Nanka very good oh. Who can 7-1 na because say scores a free Supreme Court no bano.
Unanimous.
Yeah, unanimous.
Masa Musa, me little girl no enya 7 ones. But system no anye yenti miti anyina no me yema hyehyɛ me amebo mpaye. Say school na eda na kuma mu a oso ba koye. Masa Musa na 7 ones na akorei before then oye na adwisa anka okoye science. Me catch me say okoye science medicine ya minya wosika inti koye home econs na akorei ati ase. Na Masa Musa home econs ni 7 ones no. Enfisa anka me yemu hyehyɛ me stress investigation course last year no. Anka ya punish amanfo ni nyama anka awufo anka ye beda na ye wusa anka fiwe ta nyama no enkoso sɛsi a mene wo kasa yi no school replacement no ɛmbaayɛ matamu.
Oh, and you mean you if you so one kasana oko. I don't know whether it's your lack of we still have 40 minutes. Listen, if yending komo kakra. JDM ne on a chairman no. All in all no a massive power. It was very successful. The Chatham House, any more general meeting with them, very. The only hiccup kakre be a press conference, Who say, now, who said Chairman General on finance you? Or say I was ready. I have been ready since 12 o'clock, and not just more organizing this you. The press men are not ready, which was an indictment. No person can be say, hey. And no penny idea hiccup kakri. But apart from that, the crowd are omuba Cornell Hono, very decent crowd. It was very because a decent. I'm not being fair. Massive crowd, lots of noise, lots of enthusiasm, laughter, obienia in some way be. And now last person can be because of the time to me and Kasa can be Chairman General say. In fact, among my, within my praises, some person will catch and say, look, there have only been few times, ye obi say, bedi nkrofobi so ama nkrofobi breni aje. Kakre be in history, kakre be say, ubo din bi a osagifo no bia ni aje. Ubo jeridi a obi ni say, utum say our crowd no. Your friend said, Chairman General is one of them. I mean, it's like a relief. Obia, when you be any and he's only one person like that. I mean, the guy is really good. But all in all, it was brilliant. It was brilliant. Anyway,
yeah, there was it. And yeah, man for African time, African time be yeah, watch that. And yeah, quiet time be what I say. A dear beer, yeah, can't know you want to say the MPP for you. To Bonnie no Mochana, oh yeah, near Cleo. We are, we say, yeah, now Bolo can, koi. On say, we are near Kofa Obi. Monko for the show only be a score him. Na Yasaman Bibi, Ashana Fum. Oba was so she in see. Oh yeah, na President Abidjan. I him she in see what now. Oh yeah, Sana engineer beer na ofri India. Ekwakoye ejuma. O say a kama no me millennium. You know some way power ibi or Africa. Nti omo ye na UN say skebi omo de momne am US. Skebi omo de boa. Nti omo ye say onko na countries are na Ghana ka ho and Nigeria for can say somebody power kwa Africa na say most more South Africa any West Africa cuz I want yi said here almost millennium power challenge bi because the whole Africa enlighten the whole Africa because power Ghana produce more power no we produce more na can boom because obia Africa be a country be a wanya bi enti Mansa musa na Nigeria for so mo no obudo mu super power ni o ma ho ode ni gire kwe na o say okay na ma engineer na onye den enko ho enti this guy no oye Bruni na o India I guess o say India mo ITA you know so mo good pa and yes onko no nko feasibility studies enti omoji free yensem na all connect all survey na ho no Nigeria ho next ho ne ye kama de a na Mansa musa de nyame ye Odu hono ana obi yesef fa bag ne mame na mfa nko I say the first security o Mansa musa akwani we o twan a obi ono ye immigration officer waje obi bag say me dey ya aboa no because we official of UN neighbor Mansa musa ana bag ne ira machine woman na anti wanjimi anye ana bufu no see on na Nigeria ho ko be Ghana
you see
ma millennium challenge Ghana e dey ba
okay
what you say enti wansem kakra no obi a won ready o tumi ko ready kwan fa so enti ayiraye na saa na omo no omo clear manfo na asema make kan dem this is one say saa so no mo a we in one day the bag no omo chiska no e be yira so wo ko president wa say hwe wa yim e yira omo be ka che Ghana ni bia because yenti ti asema wa Mansa musa
ma me fa last one Nipa last one na fe because my persist ya no me ye fe I don't know who the person meaning nipa kro 8880 hello
Mansa Musa.
Yes, one here.
Rita Menton.
Oh, Rita, okay. Who normally I will try and save your number because I didn't know. Okay, my uncle.
Me pacho I hope someone you know here.
Obia jinane na so kama.
Ni de radia se ene da eda mo asini ejuma pa moye me chairman so